Like, Liam, when we reflect on on Japan, excuse me, like, they've beaten Colombia, they came back twice against Senegal and drew with them. Like, you know, physically we kind of worried about them, but we haven't seen too much evidence of that. They have been right at it, and they've been in the Belgian faces.
They have spirit in abundance, and as Didi said, they're confident in possession, but their commitment is something else as well. This is Sakai winning the ball. He's operating down that right-hand side, not giving the so-called Belgian talented players any time. This is Hasibi, Didi's man, winning possession. He's been very, very impressive. 8 and 7 here, getting after De Bruyne and not giving him any time. And as you say, Dara, they're coming out physically. They're coming out a lot of the challenges with the ball. That's Osaka there winning it. You know, they've made it very difficult for Belgium. And the coach, Nishino, has got to be well pleased with his side. Belgium did have that spell of 20 minutes, and you thought it was going to come. And I think the goalkeeper could be a problem, Didi. The Japanese goalkeeper, Kazushima, he's not moving off his line. And some of those crosses that are on the 6-yard box, they might prove to be the undoing of this Japanese defence in the second half. Yeah, he hasn't had a great tournament, a couple of bad mistakes from the Japanese goalkeeper. What about them going the other way, Didi? What have they created?
They started very confident, and in the first 10, 15 minutes, they had 2 or 3 half chances. We didn't expect them to have a lot of possession, but they did early on. And this is a bad header from Carrasco. Kagawa takes it down, takes it on his left foot, and it's a shot just wide. And this was very typical for the first half. When they were in possession, Belgium didn't really get near them, and they let them cross the ball. Couldn't find the right man here. There's Kagawa, bad play by Meunier. He delays it probably a bit too long. Then the ball comes. Nagamoto gets across, and Inui can't get enough on that header to really trouble Courtois. But I was really impressed that the confidence is shot, because technically they're also gifted throughout the team. Even the centre backs, they're very well schooled and technically very gifted, and they're not afraid to play under pressure. And this is why they always make it hard for Belgium to get the ball back.
Richard, just coming back to Belgium for a moment, you were, and you've already made reference to it, about the way their passing was positive. You know, contrast that with what Spain did against Russia yesterday.
Yeah, and they had that spell in the first half where they did find spaces, and from Japan's point of view, they need to have someone in front of Lukaku there. Again, Martins gets into space, and he moves. As soon as he passes it, he moves. And again, he's got his eyes on the ball, and he's in that area where you want your number 10s to be, where you can create chances. He gets the ball, turns, early forward pass. Lukaku has space to turn. And that was the difference yesterday with Spain. We were just going sideways, sideways, sideways. Belgium looked for that little spell. Every time they got the ball, they wanted to go forward. They had people in the right positions, people who wanted at times to dribble with the ball, and people who wanted to run into that space. And I think that was the difference between them and Spain yesterday. But like we say, there hasn't been that final bit of quality at the end, but there's signs that they're threatening all right.